Last we left off, you guys were in the city of Legacy Quarry, uh, where you got to meet the nice bouncer of uh, the tavern, the Dancing Imp. Um, uh, she told you about um, this guy named Maxson Price, who is some sort of mage that comes into town here and there, buys a bunch of materials, hires some people, and then just disappears off towards wherever he lives. Um, you haggled a bit with a uh, a worshiper of Gond named Honor, a tiefling, who works at a location called the Pyre Forge. Um, some of you spent a little bit of extra time with him, but um, you ended up getting a good deal on some magic items in exchange for the uh the scales and other various dragon bits that you harvested from the yellow dragon. He returned to the Dancing Imp for the evening, and we will pick up where you guys have woken up in the tavern or elsewhere. Maybe one of you. Demir, did you spend the night, or did you have a walk of shame last night?
I think that's probably up in honors court, how that went. I mean, she wouldn't like insist on staying if he didn't want her to, but she's definitely like, I mean, if you don't want me here in the morning, I can get out. But
He's chill to have you stay the night.
and she stays the
He's
night.
amenable.
She's not going to wander the streets at night, so
Okay, that's probably wise. Oh, it's hailing. Sorry. Um, all right. So most of you awaken back at the Dancing Imp. What do you all do?
I assume we're all just getting ready to head out.
Make it
wait for
breakfast one last time.
You're reminding your kids to be good while you're gone.
Yes, embarrassing them in front of the whole tavern, even with love.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hawk's probably up bright and early again, and he's actually going to head straight to the Pyre Forge to ask one last question of Honor.
Okay.
If he's up, even. He
So,
might be.
Honor does tend to get up pretty early. Starts heating up the forge and the smelter. He's a hard worker. And he's getting the Pyre Forge prepared for the day's business. Demir, what are you doing? Since we're talking about the Pyre Forge.
probably he got up a little early. She probably slept in a little bit longer. But like wouldn't get up too far behind him. And is up to just a little bit of nonsense. By which I mean she's making just like kind of like looking around and like seeing if like, oh, should I make breakfast? Probably not, but she is going to like leave behind a loaf of bread. And if there's like a vase or anything like that she can see, she is going to use her wand of flowers to put some flowers in it. And then probably will come out.
His house is it's petite. It's technically separate from the Pyre Forge, but someone seems to have built something of a sky bridge leading from the Pyre Forge to his house. And the as I said, the house itself is fairly small. There's a kitchen and dining room combo, a little sitting area, and then 2 bedrooms. The second bedroom door is slightly cracked. You can see a sleeping teenager tiefling just kind of sprawled over the bed.
Yeah, she's not going to bother the teenager. She's just going to give him some flowers, and leave out the bread, and then probably go across to the Pyre Forge just about when Hawk, like shortly after or around when Hawk would have arrived.
All right.
Hawk is early morning.
Benefits of not sleeping.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what you see when you arrive, Hawk. You see Honor going around getting business set up for the day, along with a couple of the people who work for him. And you see Demir starting to come down the stairs from the second level.
He like sees Demir. He's just like, but he doesn't say anything. He just keeps heading towards Honor. Because, yeah, it's not his business. He's not gonna ask. He's gonna come straight up to the tiefling and say, excuse me, I've already been... I had one more question for you, if you don't mind.
If you're quick.
Of course. What did this Price fellow look like? Because I'm wondering if he's a friend.
Human fellow, about this tall, and Honor's pretty tall, so he gestures like maybe a head shorter than himself.
Chest height, so 5'10".
Kind of fair-skinned, little jaundiced, gray hair, brown eyes, human fellow.
Right. Okay. That's all. Thank you again.
Of course.
And with that concluded, he shall head back to the inn to prepare with the others.
Okay.
And then he stops in the doorway and turns around, remembering that he accidentally left Demir out of the briefing last night. It's literally like, hang on.
Hawk is standing in the doorway and just turned around and is looking at you.
Yeah, she just watches that happen and is like, okay.
He like walks, right. I wasn't sure where you were last night, but I did make a bit of a group announcement.
Okay.
Um,
Let's walk and talk.
Of course.
Okay. Demir is going to turn to Honor and just, it was great. Thanks for the drink.
Come back anytime.
Sorry. I left you something in the kitchen. And then she's going to turn to Hawk and just lead the way.
All right. And as they head back to the inn, Hawk will, in fact, brief her, saying things like, I figured out what's down south. It's this Maxson Price person, some kind of mage. He's been ordering large amounts of metal and contracting workers that haven't shown up again. And I am fearing, considering that he is in the same direction that Jamie was, I am fearing the worst.
That what?
Oh, is that the whole sentence?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
That's what?
No, that's okay. So I couldn't tell if your mic was like cutting out anything.
No, sorry.
Okay. That he might be making more of me.
Okay. Jamie hasn't invented you yet, though.
Technically, no, but that doesn't mean that Price couldn't have been inspired.
I suppose time is weird.
It's a bit of a stretch, but I want to make sure. I hope that I'm proven wrong.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out. That is where Sardana wanted to go, wasn't it? Well, we'll find out.
Suppose we will.
All right.
And yeah, oh, sorry.
I'm going to say, is there anything anyone would like to do or accomplish before departing the Legacy Quarry?
I think that just once Demir gets back to everybody, Lish will just check in on her, make sure everything's all right.
Yeah, she had a lovely evening. She just kind of wraps herself back up in his arms very happily and
Yeah.
Tobias will ask her if she had a fun time.
I did.
Good.
Big,
I'm glad.
strong muscles. Lots of, when you work a forge like that.
Should have asked
I
him.
understand. He checked all the boxes.
Should have asked him if he wanted to come on an adventure.
He seemed a little stressful. I would hate to disrupt that. But I don't know. I'm sure we'll pass through town again.
All right, I guess we should head out then.
All right. Mama, what are you doing this morning? These weirdos you decided to go with are all kind of clustered in your bar.
I'm
Talking.
making breakfast. Fucking breakfast. And making sure that the children who are not children and also not my children, even if they were children, making sure they eat.
All right.
I was gonna say we probably have one last meal before we head out, because No one likes traveling on an empty stomach.
I was gonna say, Mama, you've noticed that this masked and cloaked figure has not eaten anything since he got here.
Okay. That's his business.
You sneaking rations upstairs, fella?
When you're a fucking bar wife and a bouncer in a seedy ass town, you just go, that's not my business.
All right. And so with that, you all start to head out of town, heading southward. Let's see. If someone wants to roll percentile dice.
Ooh, sure. 73.
73. Okay. You do not have a random encounter. So as I assume you are flying with the owls or eagles. Lish can correct me if I'm wrong.
Giant bat. No.
I mean, if you want.
Do probably, since we have more people, do the, well, not more people, I guess. We'll do owls.
Owls. Okay.
Because then we can have extra.
So it takes maybe about a day of travel to get where you're going. You as you're flying with the owls, the landscape is mostly hilly farmland. You can see his house every now and then, flocks of sheep. It seems rather peaceful or idyllic. There are a couple of large roads, likely for the travel of materials to and from Legacy Quarry. I would like everyone to make a perception check.
Yes.
Natty 1, baby.
I don't have a sheet up, but I rolled a 4, so I don't think I'm passing.
23.
I got 4.
I rolled a 4 as well.
Guys.
I don't have eyes.
Oh, 6.
I got an 18.
18.
You said perception, right?
Perception.
Cool. 22.
All right.
Oh, that turns into an 8 for me, but that's probably not going to make a difference.
So, Mama's the one that spots it first. You see, as the sun starts to set, you see a house of some sort near a warehouse, and
A what of sorts near a warehouse?
just a regular house, living space.
And this seems odd and out of place to her.
Well, there's the little house, and then there's the much larger warehouse, like right next to it.
To me, that seems out of place, but I don't know what she knows about this town.
Well, you're not in town. You've been flying over farmland.
I need coffee.
So it's farmland, and then all of a sudden a house and a warehouse?
Yes.
When you say warehouse, what is that? Like what we would consider a warehouse, or would it be more like a grain storage sort of building, or
What we would consider a warehouse. It looks like a large, blocky building with vents on the top for steam to come out.
Okay, yeah, that is suspicious as fuck.
Oh my god, we found Farmer Jeff Bezos.
Mr. Amazon?
Roll a
Yeah, I mean,
insight
that's
check
why
on
the
the
workers
house.
haven't
Point
been
that
seen
shit
again.
out. If she can, she's gonna like wave for somebody's attention and kind of point down there like, what the fuck?
All right. Lish, you see it probably moments after Mama does.
is there people around looking?
Not that you can see.
Are there like carts and carriages and stuff? It's just dead out there. Just
It
the
just
building.
seems to be dead out there. There is a little bit of steam coming out from the top of the warehouse. As you start to sort of soar closer, you can see that there is a fence surrounding both buildings.
Demir's just going to send a message to Sardana, so that like she can be heard over the wind, and just like, do you know what this guy's house looks like?
Does it look like
Is it that? You can respond to this message.
Felix.
It's okay, Felix. We're here for you.
I'm a little burnt out. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Do you want to pause for a moment to get some coffee or something?
In a second.
Okay.
What do I need to do?
Demir was asking her if she knew what the guy's house looked like.
Do I?
No, you do not.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Gee, I have a high perception score, but I sure the fuck do not this morning. Holy crap.
you're doing wonderfully?
I
Hey,
believe in you.
I'm gonna get some cat.
Okay.
Do that, please.
So Mama says that she does not know what this dude's house looks like, but the house and warehouse stand out from the rest of the landscape.
Demir is going to look at Lish like, do you think we should check it out?
I mean, Lish will circle his eagle down lower and kind of see if he can't notice people.
Okay. Roll another perception check for me.
Okay. Ooh, that's a lot better. 26.
26. No.
Nobody? Does it look abandoned?
As abandoned as a location with steam coming out of it could be.
Ah, okay.
It's evening. Like the sun is actively setting.
Are we curious enough to see what this is? He kind of says to everybody.
I do think we should land. This might be the place that we're looking for.
Perhaps.
I was gonna say it might be a place of interest for us.
If Price is forging something, And there's steam coming out of this warehouse, and there's a good chance that this is where that foraging is taking place.
Good thing. Lish will direct the eagle, owls to start descending
Okay.
carefully.
I'm so sorry.
Do you descend closer to the house or closer to the warehouse? Or on the outside of the fence altogether?
I mean, is there enough room to land inside the fence for?
Yeah, there is.
Owls? I think he'll land him outside the fence and
Okay.
we'll walk in.
So upon landing outside of the fence, you can see that it is metal. And for lack of a better descriptor, it's more or less a chain link fence.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Does there seem to be any kind of like buzzer or way of getting through? Is there a gate?
There is a gate,
Is
yes.
it locked?
There is a chain and a padlock over it.
Hmm.
And now that you've landed, you
Off the
can,
fence, but
I mean, there's no barbed wire, so you could if you wanted, but
I was talking more like the owls do it for us and we on their backs hop the fence.
now that you're closer, you can see the landscape. It's the grass doesn't look very healthy. It looks kind of dry and dead, despite the fact that it's starting to rain just a little bit. And there are plenty of rocks.
Lots of rocks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a rocky landscape, but there is a sorry, it started to snow. Okay.
Wait, what?
It is snowing at my house.
Yeah, it's snowing at mine too. Holy shit!
Yeah, everyone crowd the classroom window. Look at the snow.
Okay, I
What
shit
the
you
fuck?
not.
Shit.
It is snowing.
I ain't got shit.
Hang on, now I have to check.
Yeah, that hasn't reached up here either.
I shit you not though. The other day, my cooperating teacher
With the
broke off of her
dogs,
lecture to notice a dog outside the window, and everyone started crowding to look at the dog. But anyway.
Hey yo, for once, my weather actually matches you guys.
That's snow, baby.
Anyway, sorry, bringing it in. I just got distracted.
Like every classroom during a snow day.
Yes.
What the fuck? Nobody's been talking about this at all. Usually when it's gonna snow, it's like everybody's like fucking oh my god.
Well, I mean, forecasts aren't always accurate, so you know.
Yeah. My computer right now is saying wintry mix.
I mean, it might be.
You know, that's nice. Anyway, bringing it back in. So the landscape around the house in warehouse is there's lots of rocks and lots of dead grass, but there is a stone path leading up to the house itself.
Lish is gonna turn to Hawk and be like, perhaps Biag would like to take a look. See if it's worth hopping the fence.
I was going to do that anyway, but very well. Hopping the fence, I mean.
All right.
And he's going to, in fact, send out Biog and ask her to get a closer look inside the windows of the warehouse and the house.
Okay. I would like you to roll a perception check for Biog. Is
Right, where's her house?
the warehouse first?
Gotcha. Just bringing up owl stats so I can actually use her wisdom. Or perception, rather.
All right.
Oh boy, that's an 11.
In 11, sorry, remind me, house or warehouse first?
Right. I thought you were saying the warehouse first. Warehouse first.
Warehouse. Okay. So the warehouse itself does not have many windows. So she has to kind of look around to find one in the first place. And she kind of tries to peek in, and her vision is limited. But she can see what looks like a tile floor and a desk, but she can't see much more beyond that.
He'll mutter under her breath while the rest of his senses are taken by the familiar link. Damn it, I can't get a good view inside the warehouse. There's not many windows to look through, and all Biog can see is a tiled floor and a desk.
All right.
We'll
And
probably
moving-
have to get in closer. I'll have a look at the house next.
Okay. Roll another perception check for me.
Oh, marginally better. That's a 12.
All right. So Biaga can see that there is a first floor and a second floor. Is she looking through the windows of the first or second floor?
Let's do the first.
Okay. So through this window, she can see what seems to be a dining room table, a couple of bookshelves, and something stone off to the side.
Now we'll do the second floor.
Second floor. All right. Do you want to let the 12 ride, or do you want to...
I'm gonna see if a reroll can get me a better number.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure I can do better than a 9 natural. Well, I fumbled the die, but it rolled on the 10, so I'll take it. That's a 13.
13.
I
I mean,
need
at
to swap
least
my
you're
dice set.
consistent with your grooving.
Try the other cock d20. I'll listen while we go.
She flutters up to the second floor, and peeks through the window, and she can see what seems to be a sitting room of some sort, more bookshelves, with a large pile of scrap metal blocking 2 doors.
All right, come on back. I think you've done a good enough job.
All right. Biog comes back and flutters back into your hood.
I was actually gonna let her sit on my shoulder for a bit.
Oh,
I don't
all
think
right.
I'd let
She
the owl
comes
have
and
breathe.
sits on your shoulder and kind of coofs up a little and coos softly.
All right. Seems like a mostly normal house, other than a indistinguishable stone object on the first floor, and doors barricaded by scrap on the second. So,
Just the house.
basically just a house. She didn't see anyone inside. So I'm wondering if these missing workers might be inside the warehouse instead.
Could be. There's no windows in the warehouse to look through?
Not that she could find.
There was like 2 windows on one side of the warehouse.
Or I guess I should say, no useful windows she could find. I don't think an office view is going to be very useful if we're trying to look for, specific things.
We could see if Bright Mellow might be able to find a nook or cranny to get through.
Perhaps, but I also want to see these things with my own eyes.
If you insist.
Hawk nods, and he just immediately starts climbing the chain link.
Alicia's just going to use the owls to get over.
Okay.
And whoever wants to use the owls.
I won't make you roll an athletics check for this or anything. Like, chain link fences are pretty easy to climb.
An acrobatics roll, not to fall on his face.
I mean, I'm willing to just give it to you.
He's got pretty high athletic stats anyway, so.
But, yeah. Does anyone choose not to go over the fence?
No, we breaking and entering. We ball.
All right.
This isn't a matter of law, it's a matter of integrity and honor.
I'm climbing the fucking fence, bringing up the rear.
All right. So the path leads to the more worn path leads to the house itself. Do you head for the house or do you head to the warehouse?
Hawk is beelining the warehouse.
Okay.
So he's going to look for a door first.
Yeah, there are doors next to where Biog was looking in the windows. I've moved you guys over to the map. You are in the top left corner.
It's time. All right. Are the doors locked?
Yes.
Okay.
So do we knock or do we go straight towards breaking and entering?
I just want to look inside.
Is it locked, unlocked?
It's locked.
The door is locked.
Okay.
I say we try knocking first, just on the off chance of this isn't the place we're supposed to be. / if we can avoid a fight, that would be ideal.
Yeah. Either way, they're going to know we're here. And if they weren't already mad at us, that's probably a better situation.
Mm. All right. So we'll just walk up and knock on the door.
There is no response.
Mm-hmm.
Well, be anytime.
I mean, we could potentially check the warehouse, because if there's...
That's where you guys
We're
are.
at the warehouse.
Oh, I thought we were walking up to the house.
No, we're walking up to the warehouse.
Sorry, that's my bad. I misinterpreted.
Yeah, it's okay. But we could, in fact, walk up to the house instead to see if there's any response there before we resort to breaking and entering.
I think that would be best. Yeah, check to...
Yeah, because like Hawk
Check
wants
each
answers, but
first.
he doesn't want answers badly enough that we'll get in trouble for them.
Okay. So you start making your way back over to the house.
Yeah, just turn around and see if we can't get a response at the door.
Okay. You approach the house, knock on the door, same as before. There are a couple potted plants outside the front door, but they both seem very dead. Knock on the door again.
Yep.
No response. You, Lish, though, you think you hear something moving upstairs. Just very briefly.
Is there a window? There's that office. Is that upstairs?
The office is in the warehouse. There are upstairs windows to the house, however.
Yes.
Okay.
Biog looked through one and saw the scrap barricaded doors.
Lish will kind of back up a little bit and see if he can't look up at the windows and see if he sees any movement.
You don't see anything. The sound you heard was very faint. It was like a very faint scratching sound.
Well, there's certainly something in there, be it raccoon or man.
Val kind of looks at the party. Are we going in?
Going into one building one way or another at this point.
At which point, at the top of her lungs, she goes, "We believe someone's in distress in the house. We're coming in." You know, knock, knock, here's the police. And just fucking shoulders the door.
I
Okay.
feel like Belk has a very just a Fed knock.
Doosh, doosh, doosh. FBI, open up. Let's see what die is liking me. It's this one. 15. What do I add to this?
Strength for knocking down the door.
19.
Okay. You successfully knock the door off of its hinges.
Correct.
You see a little dining room. The one that Biog had peered in before, and it turns out that stone thing that Biog couldn't quite see with her 11 is a stone fireplace over here.
Oh, that makes sense.
There's a couple of, well, there's one door off to the side. But as you enter the house, the rain starts picking up a little bit. And it just seems like a small little house.
You said that there was something upstairs, right, Lish?
I heard something.
Right. Well, this dining room looks mostly empty, at least. Let's see if we can't find the way up.
Just looking around, is there like any food on the table? Any food in the kitchen? Just kind of, I want to get a sense like if this place has been empty for a while or if it's just.
Roll an investigation check. And you are currently standing in the dining room.
Well, I didn't roll great. Did you say investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Investigation. That is an 8.
An 8. Hard to tell from where you're standing.
Okay. But there's not like plates on the table or anything. It's clear.
No, the table's clear.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we want to go upstairs or do we want to check the kitchen first?
No, I want to check the chicken.
Well, the chicken's
No.
on your shoulders, so.
Hey, There's at least one like class separating her from those. Anyway. Alright. Huck's going to move into the next room over.
Okay. Falks decides to stand on the table. Hawk, it just seems like a regular old living room. You do see a staircase leading upwards, but there's a few bookshelves here and there.
You know what? He's going to point up the staircase and go, there's the stairs, but I'm going to check something first. And he's going to move to his bookshelf and he's going to like quickly skim over the titles on the spines.
Okay. You take a look at the titles along the spines.
Mostly just looking for like themes and vibes more so than full titles, unless you want to fully title a bunch of books.
Okay. Themes and vibes. There's nothing too like spectacular. Like there's like a couple of books about like legacy query and its history. There's a book on dragon physiology. There's nothing really unexpected there.
All right, nothing out of the ordinary here.
Start going in.
Valk sticks her head in the kitchen.
All right. Roll 20. Why do you fight me? It said reveal areas. Thank you. There we go. Seems to be like an ordinary kitchen.
Breach and clear, breach and clear. And the pantry?
Pantry is
Mostly
not a
just
pantry
open.
at all. It's a bathroom.
Okay. And
Yes, I also keep the
didn't
bathroom
see no
only
one.
connected to the kitchen. But I mean, you work with the
Okay.
space you have, right?
I'm standing by the stairs, making sure nothing comes down out of nowhere and it just fucks our shit up.
Lisha is going to the stairs, and all the while he's trying to listen for that sound again.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Can I help Lish out and give
You can roll your own perception check if you like.
my fucking balls? Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be 26.
26. Lish, what did you get?
I think I got a 24. Let me
24.
double
All
check.
right. So you both hear slight scraping up there, same little scratching sound.
Does it sound like metal on the floor, or like nails? Like
Sounds
artificial?
sounds more like nails. It sounds like, for lack of a better descriptor, when you go to the bathroom without your cat and they get upset and start pawing at the door.
I mean, that is very descriptive. I can't fault you for that.
It is
I'm
a
not
mood.
blaming anyone in particular here for that, but
I have hands-on experience, though I'm not going to name my source.
And it's just not as urgent, this scraping sound.
She'll kind of look at Mama. And I'll give her a look, like, should we take a look?
You got my 6.
Lead the way.
Well, let's go.
All right, so Mama and Lish are going up the stairs.
Valk comes with.
Yeah, if Hawk sees that they're going up, he's going with too.
Quietly.
If Price is still up there, he is going to want to see him and get answers.
All right.
I'm more than happy to roll a stealth check. I am trying to not
Okay.
be stupid.
Yes, stealth right next to Valk. Always effective.
This is why I had Lish at my 6, not Bulk.
Tobias, Damir, and Erin, were you guys going to go upstairs too?
Damir's going to peek her head into the kitchen real fast. And
Okay.
is there fresh food there?
Roll an investigation check.
All right. Let's hope I do better. Okay, this is a lot better. That's a 17.
Hey.
There's not very much food in the kitchen, and what's there is long spoiled.
Okay.
It's not
then,
like
yeah,
it's turned to dust or anything, but there's a very mushy apple. It's pretty gross.
Okay.
It does
Yeah.
not smell good.
Well,
Yeah, that's what she needed to know. She'll come back to the group and be like, I think it's been a while. I don't think that they're around anymore. Like,
Maybe that time
whatever is up there, I
doubles.
don't know if it's
hoping it's nothing crazy, because I just got a nat 1 on my stealth check.
Uh-oh.
Should I be rolling for stealth too?
If you want.
Sure, why not?
Half-orc woman just tripping up the stairs. Eat shit on the top step.
12.
12. Okay. So you are standing next to Mama as you make your way up the stairs, and you're making an effort to be stealthy, but Mama is thump, 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 and kind of trips over the top step.
Oh.
And you can see the large pile of scrap metal blocking a couple of doors, just as Biog saw. And since it was not very quiet, something starts to shift in the pile of scrap.
Hey,
Oh no.
Hawk just like brings a hand down to his new rapier.
All right.
Get to baby brother.
You see
I hope not.
what looks like a couple of boots, followed by more metal, as a creature slowly rises up. And I will move this guy to the correct layer now. And he looks at you guys, and it cocks its head to the side, and then reaches down into the pile of scrap and pulls out a halberd.
Oh, good.
I'd like for everyone to roll for initiative.
Breaks my fucking knuckles. go.
Can we get a descriptor of the little goblin?
Yeah, he's not on the right layer.
I can see him.
Sorry, I
No,
don't
he's on the
think.
right layer. It's just tiny.
He is pretty small.
He
Oh,
is
he's so small.
Here, I'm gonna snip it and put it
Okay.
in general.
he's
for-
about person sized. He is metal. It seems to be composed of brass and iron. And its movements seem to be slow but steady. And I will see if I can grab a proper picture for you guys. Just a
Hawk
sec.
gets a little brother.
He doesn't seem too friendly, though. That's part of the problem.
Hawk kills
Family
a little
reunions
brother.
are always awkward, anyways.
Yeah, well, Sniv wasn't very friendly to begin with either.
Did he begin being friendly?
No.
Yeah.
All right, just a sec. Sorry, I'm getting things all
Oh,
set
gee,
up.
love you. I need to actually roll my initiative.
That might be helpful.
It might be.
All right.
Okay.
Turn order, all
Never.
set up.
I'm gonna get my fucking mace.
Boop. Why is that there? God
Yes.
damn it. Okay. All right. Let me see. I will roll for this gentleman. Yeah, that tracks. Okay. Erin.
18.
18. Hawk.
10.
Tobias.
26.
Fast boy.
Demir.
16.
Lish.
Give me a second. My computer's being crazy.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
I've discovered I can put my own initiative in here.
Yep.
I got a 10.
You can.
It is snowing harder now. And there's also
Ooh.
just in case anyone-
Aha.
you
oh,
are
Jesus, Kenzie.
bugging way the fuck out.
You turned into a painting.
We got
What was the
10?
natural
Looks
roll on
like-
your die for initiative?
Hmm?
No. What did oh, so is 10 without a modifier? Or
What are you asking?
because I also got a 10. So like in my
So that
mind,
would
like
be, it would go to whoever has the higher initiative.
okay. Mine's
Or
3.
the higher dexterity, excuse me.
Well, mine's 3.
Okay.
I don't know what Lish's is.
All right. Let me get some proper combat music going here. Okay. So Tobias, you are still on the stairs, but you hear the creaking of metal from somewhere up the stairs, and you can't quite see what's going on.
Okay. There's no way for him to get around the stairs, is there? Because it's blocked by everyone else.
You can move through the spaces of non-hostile combatants without having to worry about it. So you could like wiggle your way past people if you wanted.
Oh, okay. Just checking distance of stuff. Tobias will. Let's Let's see, how far can we move again? 45. Okay. Oops, that's the wrong tab. There we go. Let's see. Okay.
So you would not be able to stand on this because it is a table.
Right.
So you'd have to go around the table.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
I would actually like to point out, this is just like a neat little thing you do with Voltroni. If you right-click at any point when measuring, you can make a bend.
Ooh.
I can't exactly do that with my laptop trackpad.
Fair enough. Okay. Sorry.
I mean, granted, I could do it with. Oh no, it doesn't do it with control. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Space.
Does it do it with
No,
Alt?
it doesn't. Okay. And I guess we could experiment over here in the corner. Alt just cancels it.
Let's see. I mean, I can move to bias up front.
Oh. Alt does partial movements.
Oh, interesting.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's. Oh, that's the wrong button. Let's be a frontliner today. Come on, today. He will draw his. Oh shit, Mama's there.
Mama's gonna cast Fireball on herself right here in the hallway.
I am not gonna have him use his one of his Crimson Rights because he doesn't know if Mama's cool with that.
Okay.
But he will attack with his short sword.
All right. Roll to hit.
Okay. Jesus Christ, that's great. 25.
25 definitely hits. Roll damage.
Hog champ. 9.
All right.
And then for the double attacks, that counts for the short sword as well?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure it's attacking in general, not like specific weapons that you're proficient in and whatnot. Here's the second attack. Second attack is 22.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
8.
All right. Okay.
Oh, cool. That will be his turn.
All right. When you strike him for the second time, there's a strange sort of voice that emanates from the creature. It sounds as if someone is speaking through a through a music box. But it says, I do not like the colors around me.
Okay.
Erin.
So it's a racist robot.
Christ, Lars, okay. Stop being funny, I swear to God.
Sorry.
Confused.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
All right.
Oh my God.
I think I can get down. Yeah, okay.
I heard.
Aaron's gonna come around. And he's got his axe out, but he's not gonna attack. I guess he'll hold for if the robot attacks anyone.
Okay. Demir.
I'm going to come up, go past like, oh, squeeze through. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to 25, 30. I'm going to just move right there. This is a weird robot man.
That's how I make combat more exciting at higher levels. I try to create interesting battlefields.
Weird robot man. I think like Aaron, I'm just going to prepare an Eldritch Blast in case it attacks one of us, and I'm just going to try and speak to it. What's wrong with the colors around you?
The creature responds in the same music box sort of voice, and kind of looks at you in one swift movement, cocks its head to the side, and says, "You can trust me."
Do you have a name?
And that's it for your turn.
Oh, all right.
Mama.
Gonna come, I believe. Fuck. Yeah, I can make that without spending my action. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, cool. You know what? I've conveniently forgot that I was playing a monk and I can just dash whenever the fuck. Pretty much. So that's great. I think gonna take just bear with me. I do not know what the fuck I'm doing with monk yet.
That's okay. You can be patient.
Well, you see, you take your fist and then you apply it to the enemy.
But nobody else is attacking. And this woman came to help, not cause problems. So
Toby attacked.
Yeah, I think I'll just hold
Okay.
my action.
Lish.
Okay, so where are we? What are we doing? Let's see. This pile of junk behind him, how tall is that?
I mean, it's not like too high. It's it would probably go up to your knee.
Okay. If I was to try it, just from like stepping out here, looking, if I tried to face step here, you think I could get more floor?
That's just how the icon was shaped. There, it's pretty much floor all over in this area.
Okay.
Or junk. I mean, because it's
Junk.
blocking the doors.
Yeah. Sure. Lish doesn't have a lot for such close encounters. Let's see.
I mean, you could try and talk to it some more.
I don't.
It did say that we could trust it for whatever that means.
With its big old halberd.
I mean, Hawk is friendly.
Sure.
Maybe Hawk's little bro is friendly.
Lish is going to face step here into this corner. And he's gonna test to see if this door here next to him is locked.
It is locked.
Cool. As a part of phase step, I guess I could let's see. You have to be within 5 to 10 feet of something, so I can't use that. But sorry guys, I'm just trying to see here. Everything he's got is like big rather than small, so it's a little difficult.
Well, you could always hold your action to see if he attacks back. That's what everyone else is doing.
Think about it.
That's what I'll do. I'll hold my action. I'll hold a spell.
All right.
I'll hold no, I'll hold my wild shape.
Okay.
And I'll just wait.
Hawk.
Max, you're muted, bud.
I think he went to get breakfast.
Boo. Well, I guess I'll talk about the weather some more. It's still snowing, you guys.
That's so fun.
It's
It's
raining.
not doing
here
much
now.
over here anymore.
Big fluff.
Yeah, I wish we had
Big
snow
white
up here.
fluff.
Yeah, I mean it's not sticking, but it's doing making me happy.
Hell yeah.
Kingsley.
He
and
had a
Hawk
lot of frost
because
this
he's
morning.
dead.
It was very pretty.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
My son is dead. He's hanging out on top of his cat tree.
R.I.P.
It's probably
R.I.P. the boy.
actually. While we're waiting for people who leave when it's their turn.
Throw that shade.
Behold a man.
Man.
Him.
Shall we just skip him and whenever he comes back he can have his turn just then?
I mean, I guess.
Hawk holds his turn for Max coming back.
All right. Valk,
Yo.
what you gonna do?
Real original stuff. What? Okay. So I can indeed go there in my movement. So I slot into my saved spot. draw my sword, and Toby attacked, but everyone else is holding their actions, correct?
That's right.
Oh, and Max is back. I'll hold my action to see what Hawk does.
I did say that breakfast is ready and I'd be right back.
That is true,
But then it's
timing.
your turn.
I know. I even said to my parents, like, we're in combat, it might take a bit, so I think I have enough time to sit down for one serving. I guess I didn't. Sorry. Anyway, let's see. I mean, Lars, if you're on a train of thought, you can finish your action first. I don't mind. No? Okay. All right. Cool. Now I have to figure out what I want to do. Damn it. Well, everyone's on the front line, and Hawk's more of a backline guy, despite having some cool swords. So he's going to move back here.
Okay.
Draw his bow and take 2 shots. I don't have to worry
Alright.
about the soft cover of my allies, because I can just ignore that with one of the feats that I've got.
Damn right.
Sharpshooter, I think it's called. Awesome thing.
Mm-hmm.
Must take if you have a bow. Alright, let's start rolling. Hey, that's a natural 20.
All right.
I will roll damage for that real quick. Well, that is 10 plus 5, so 15 damage from one shot.
Do your attacks count as magical, by the way?
Let me check. That'd have to be a thing on bracers of archery. No, my attacks do not count as magical.
Okay. You said 15 damage then?
Yes, because crit.
Okay. And second.
Oh wait, wait! I just remembered something. I'm freaking arcane archer. I think they do count as magical. Yeah,
Okay.
they do. Oh my god. Bless me. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, yeah. So it's magic.
All right.
And
Next attack.
Second shot. Yes. Wow. Okay. Avery's backup D20 must love me because that's a second natural 20.
Damn.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Kill your brethren, Hawk.
I'm so sorry. Blink. Another double damage roll. This time, it's 12 plus 5 for 17.
All right.
Like, after landing both attacks, Hawk's going to, like, yell out, "I'm so sorry. Please stand down."
When the arrows strike, the creature says, "Sometimes I get to thinking."
Are these like music lyrics? Is it like wanting to be in a band?
So down to start a band with this guy.
Okay. Now we're back to Valk. So Valk, you moved forward. Both Tobias and Hawk have attacked. Lars is gone.
No chewing.
Okay.
Well, I guess murder it is.
All
I
right.
swing my new sword.
All right. Roll to hit.
15, so 25.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Do I want to smite?
I don't know. Do you?
I'll use a level 1 smite as a treat. Dig out D8s.
I feel like treating myself today. Holy boom.
It's how she works. Translucent die is the longsword damage. So, 12 points of magical slashing
Okay.
and 6 points of holy damage.
All right. When you hit, it says, "Is it time to go home?"
This fucker's creepy. Oh, and I technically have a bonus action. Do I have anything helpful? I do not, so I pass on my bonus action.
Okay. It is now its turn. It's going to try to make an attack with its halberd at Toby, but several of you were holding your attacks. So if you guys want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toby, I think you're up first. No, wait, you went already. Hold on. You're in then.
All right. Well, that's disappointing. That is a 9 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah. All right.
Demir.
Two Eldritch Blasts, pop. Does a 13 hit?
13 misses.
Does a 14 hit?
14 misses.
All right.
The blows
Homeboy's
strike,
armored
but
up.
the magic kind of shatters against the metal body. All right, Mama.
God damn it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything is fine. I am looking at it. And
I believe you can make 2 unarmed strikes.
yeah, because one of them is a bonus action.
Well, you're high enough level that you have 2 unarmed strikes for your 2 attacks, and then you can do a 3rd unarmed strike as a bonus action. And
And then I could spend a key point for flurry of blows for a 4th, couldn't I?
yes.
You know what? Fuck it. We ball. I'm gonna do that. Sick. So let's do a fucking first unarmed strike. I have to roll to hit for each one of them, yeah?
Yes.
Sick. Here's number 1. It's gonna be 15.
15 just misses.
Bastard. Okay. Natty 20. Suck my
That
ass.
Roll damage.
Okay. And that's a crit, so it's doubled, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. 18.
All right.
And then the 3rd unarmed strike, that's gonna be a 26.
That hits.
Cool. Let's do 7
7 damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then the 4th one for the key point, that's gonna be 24.
That hits. Roll damage.
Sick.
Fucking love monks.
Gonna be 7 again. So
Alright.
a total of 32, because it's 18 plus 14. 18, 7.
All right. So when you strike it, denting its metal body with your hands, the creature says, I wonder if they wait for me.
Damn, this is spooky as fuck.
And so, Liz, you weren't holding your action. You're trying the door.
I was holding a wild shape, but I'm not gonna.
Oh, that's right. What do you wild shape into?
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Because I couldn't wild shape and attack in the same round, so.
Yeah. Okay. So that means he gets to make his halberd attack against Toby now. So he can make 2 attacks. So that does an 18 hit, Tobias?
I believe Toby is away from keyboard.
Yeah, Toby stepped away.
Okay.
Someone has subbed for Toby, but I don't remember who.
I think Kenzie was
maybe
hosting Tobias.
yeah,
She don't
I
do
mean
video.
His
doing
character
airman things. He can attack Mama then, I guess. Mama does an 18 hit.
Pretty sure it does. Let me double check. Yeah, that fucking hits.
Then let me see. Second attack, that's a natural 19 plus stuff.
Yeah.
So I would assume that also hits.
Yeah.
So let me get out my D10. Okay. So for the first attack, you take 9 damage, and second attack, you take 6 damage.
Okay. So 9 plus 6. I got that right. One was for 9 and the other was for 6.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
By the way, this thing is like 6 feet tall, if anyone was interested.
Curious interested.
I'm taller, bitch. 3 inches taller.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's that. Tobias.
I don't know if Mackenzie's back yet.
Yeah.
She's dealing with the maintenance person, so.
Yes, she's her last action, like in chat, she said that if Toby's turn comes around again while she's away, he'll step away from the robot and disengage. But that was assuming that we were trying to negotiate and not kill.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Well, we can hold off until she comes back.
Just move him down in the initiative. It should be fine.
Yeah.
True.
Erin.
All right. I guess we're just attacking.
Whatever you want to do.
All right. Yeah. And he'll go reckless, I guess.
All right.
But not rage it. Oh, okay. That's 1 crit.
Damn.
And
You're rolling well today.
1 crit and 1 17.
17 hits.
Erin's out for oil.
I mean, I was gonna say it's probably not gonna matter too much. He's not doing so hot.
There. Okay. That is that is 22 damage on the first hit.
Please describe how you kill him.
Oh no!
Womp womp.
Dude had
think-
5 hit points left. Like, guys. Jesus.
Overkill.
Hawk should have said something. Well.
I think it's just like, I'm sorry, you have to stop, and then just cleaves his head off of his body.
Great.
There's probably more.
When you do that, its body starts to shake before collapsing, and then its voice seems to emanate from its chest and says, "I am not dead." And then its eyes go dark.
Well, shit, okay.
All right. So he's super dead. Okay. We can end that then. What
Well,
do you guys do?
Maybe he said the opposite.
So Lish is at this door here, and he kind of looks at the rest of you like, I do think that there's another one back here. So perhaps Hawk, you'll have another chance.
Yeah, Hawk, by the way, is like rushed over to this corpse and is like trying to study it. Like, how close to him is it?
Roll an investigation check.
I think this backup die is just replacing the one that I was using, because that's an 18 plus
18.
Like the special Avery branded die is doing so much better. 18 plus 2, so dirty 20.
Okay, so that's enough for whispers. Let me type some stuff up. Someone can do a NordVPN ad or something.
We don't chill.
Hey
for
guys, this
that
Zoom
I'm
call is
saying.
sponsored by HelloFresh.
No.
No!
I was
We
gonna
don't
Raid
chill
Shadow
for-
Legends.
No shilling on this channel.
Okay, fine.
I was gonna listen to this other door to see
Only
if
if we only shill if they pay us, but I haven't.
Listen,
gotten that.
listen. I could have done something much worse.
yeah,
Go
it could have
on
been
a
Raid
rant
Shadow
about
Legends.
the-
No, there's something worse than Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh god.
You know, there's only one thing hairier than this situation, and that's
Nope. Stop.
Oh no!
This isn't
Sponsored by
Tumblr.
Manscaped.
We can't tell people to shave their
I'm sorry, I had to get that out. Go ahead.
Um,
Please continue with sane and normal actions.
I wanted to listen and see if I can hear anything on the other side of this door.
Does Mama hear anything in the bedroom?
Roll perception
DM's
check.
busy whispering.
On the other side of the door, they are also
Are
giving a
you
ball
fucking
shaving ad.
kidding me? This die is going to jail. That's the second natty one it's given me today. Granted, that goes up to 8, but it's still a nat 1.
Yeah, Mama, you're not hearing much. Was anyone else listening at the door? Sorry, I was typing.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm seeing if I can't jiggle this knob loose.
Okay. I mean, let's see. I guess this would be a dexterity check.
Sick.
This junk here all counts as difficult terrain, by the way.
14.
Hey, everyone. There's tissue in this thing.
Tissue?
What do you mean by that?
Like, it's made of metal and cogs and such. Like pats his chest 3 times, but there's strange crystals I don't recognize and some kind of like flesh-like substance.
What? You don't have flesh in you?
I hope I don't have flesh in me.
Have you ever checked?
I'm too afraid to find out at this point.
Well,
I
after
am
we get the doors open,
99.9% sure that I don't have tissue inside me. So that is both a relief and more concerning than I thought I would see.
Is it like tissue that just died because we killed it? Or is it tissue that's been dead for a long time? Or, heaven forbid, is it tissue that's still alive?
DM, rock check on the tissue.
That would be a nature check or a medicine check.
I think my nature check is higher. I'll double check. Yeah, it is. It's much higher. Damn. That is 22.
22. It's difficult to tell the level of decay it may or may not have because there's so little of it, and what was there seems to have been protected by the metal of the creature's body.
It's hard
well,
to tell.
it looks like we're doing a dissection after.
No, I am
we
not
opened the
cutting this
door.
thing apart. It's hard to tell. There is flesh, but there's not so little of it that I can't tell if it's necrosed or not. It seems to be mostly protected by the metal.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see if there's more of these guys, and if there is, maybe there'll be more meat on their bones.
I think I want to try to reason with one if there is more.
Yeah.
Lish, what
Maybe
was
the other
the
ones will be less
result of
aggressive.
that dex check to jiggle it loose?
Let's see. 14.
14. Yeah, that'll be enough. It's like a standard house. You're able to pry the doorknob loose.
Lish kind of looks back at everybody like, round 2.
Hopefully not.
I would like to.
Go.
I would like to cast Gentle Repose, just in case if this is the remains of some of what's his butt's workers.
Okay.
So
you cast Gentle Repose. It does seem to
'Cause-
take hold to an extent.
because there ain't no way Revivify is gonna work on this, but you know, before it gets nasty.
All right. Lish, what you doing?
I'm waiting for everybody to be ready before he opens this door.
Well, don't we need to clear the scrap?
You can step over it.
Yeah, I mean you can. It just counts as difficult terrain.
I dump the body in the chair.
Okay.
I'll start shuffling all the scrap aside. Make a path or something through.
I don't know about with that.
So
Lish figures we
Huck's
can
gonna crowd
Yeah.
him next to Lish.
okay. So working together, you're able to move most of the scrap out of the way, and we'll just say that's
Evenly dispersed throughout the room,
Yeah.
maybe.
yeah.
We
Or
make
shoved
everything
into the
triple.
corner.
Everything is difficult terrain now, not just the corner.
Just
No,
shoved it off into a
it's
different corner.
It's intermediate terrain.
Just shoved it all over that rug in the corner.
Rug of holding.
Lish is gonna give Hawk the doorknob. This is his responsibility now.
You know what? He'll gladly accept it. He'll nod at Lish and take the doorknob and push it aside. Or
Okay.
rather, push the door open. Pull the door
All
open.
right.
Open the door.
Let me get the correct thing. Okay. So you see a small bedroom. There is a bed to the side that looks like it has been long disused, and a cold fireplace. There is a desk, and on the floor next to it is a small creature in a cage.
Ah, well, that makes things a bit simpler. Does it look like it's flesh or does it look like it's metal?
The creature?
Yarp.
It looks very fleshy.
Does it? It looks alive though. Amazing.
Yeah, it looks alive. It seems to be small and grayish pink with clawed dog-like limbs coming out of it.
What is it?
And it kind of picks up a little bit once the door opens and starts scratching at the door of the cage.
Is that like a brain? It looks like a brain.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, leave that in the cage.
I don't know. I'm quite curious.
Oh, that's not right.
That does not
leave that
sit
in
right
the
with me
cage.
either.
Can I get into the room?
Yeah, you can get into the room, no problem.
Can Lish from a distance, if I come up to like here, I want to see if he can do some kind of check to see if he knows what it is.
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
Ten.
I mean, you're not really entirely sure.
Curious.
It oddly starts making like a little whining sound as it's continuing to claw at the door of the cage.
Interesting.
Demir is going to come around and peek into and seeing the creature in the cage. I'm going to try and speak to it like, calm down. We're just we're here to help. Are you hungry?
What languages?
Brain...
What languages do you speak?
Yes, it is hungry.
Common, Elven, Sylvan, Marhabi, but I'm using my speak with animals too. I guess
Okay.
animal.
Can you read me the description of speak with animals? I'm trying to figure out like if I want.
Does it
to
have a
let this
translation component, basically?
Yeah.
I guess the question is.
You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whether they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor with you at the DM's discretion.
Okay. Yeah.
If
I'll
this
tell you
thing
what,
can-
roll a persuasion check for this, just for your general tone and how you're speaking to it.
Okay, this dice is going away. That's a 11.
Okay. It doesn't seem to have much of an effect. But it does kind of turn around a bit in its cage and start pawing some more.
I would
going
like.
to just come to the other side. Can I see what it is more clearly now?
Yeah. I mean, now that you're closer, you can clearly see that it seems to be a human brain, with clawed feet.
I would like to divine sense, please.
Okay. That's fiends, fae, and undead, correct?
Celestial fiend and undead. Yes.
Okay, you're not getting anything.
Because it's an aberration.
Guys, this is a brain.
I would not probably get too close to it, darling.
Yeah, let's leave it in the cage, but we can bring it back with us.
Must we?
Either it's something bad that needs to be disposed of, or it's something good that should get released. I'm leaning towards the.
You think we should release this thing?
No.
Look at it, Volk.
She did say she's leaning more towards the former, that it's bad and needs to be disposed of, but we simply don't know. I personally
take a
don't.
little piece of meat and toss it into the cage.
Okay. Let's see.
I personally don't want much
Yeah,
to do with this.
it has very limited space in the cage, but it kind of pounces on it and just holds it with its claws.
No mouth?
Not that you can see, no.
Okay. Yeah, no. Let's there was another door up here, was there?
Yeah, Mama's standing next to it.
Hawk was literally about to say
Knock.
the same thing in response, so I'm just gonna.
Just real quick, what languages does everyone speak?
Probably nothing that the brain speaks. I share a bunch of languages with Jameer and Lish, coincidentally, so if they can't understand it, neither can Hawk.
Tobias only speaks common and he can read, hunters can't.
Okay.
Elvish, Goblin, Marhabi, Sylvan.
Man,
Celestial.
we just can't deal with like fiends and aberrations. But if we ever end up in a ballroom with a bunch of fae and celestials, we're set.
We probably should put a list together for you, Avery, so you have that at your.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Actually, I'll start putting it together.
Damn, we really left the we let the linguist go home. Linguist take a vacation.
When you guys start to leave the room, it starts making like a sad little whine.
Damn. I've got common, giant, and orc, by the way.
Okay.
Dwarvish and Celestial are the only ones not mentioned yet that I can provide.
I might.
mean, if you guys need a translation, you can just call Levy up.
So, what are you guys doing?
I guess we go to the other door.
All right. So this one is unlocked. Just a second here. There we go. Why does Zoom keep turning my camera off randomly? I don't understand it. Anyway.
Hawk, no. Zoom seems to be a little bit. Yes, Hawk, the acclaimed video conferencing service.
Yes.
Zoom seems to be a little glitchy today. So.
Yeah, you see a bedroom. There's a desk in the corner there. You can see a bed, a couple of nightstands with candlesticks on them, bookshelf, and a wardrobe.
Hey, look, a book to give to Levy. There is a book on the desk, right?
Yeah, there seems to be a handwritten journal of some sort.
Do I recognize the script?
I mean, it's written in common, so yes.
Oh, okay. And what sort of horror story is listed in the most recent passage?
So as you sort of thumb through the book, you sort of skim it and you see essentially the story of a man who is sick and dying. He knows that his time is limited, and he speaks of clerics who can do nothing for him. And he speaks of maybe there's something within his realm of magic that can assist. And there he starts listing materials and traveling to the mountains to the west to try to learn as much as he can before returning, before he could really get the answers he needed. He speaks of discovering some things from the creatures in the mountains, and sort of trying to take that experiment in his own direction. He is speaking somewhat vaguely, apparently on purpose. He speaks of experimenting with a volunteer.
Volunteer.
But it did not work out as he had hoped. So he's trying different methods. And he speaks of the immutableness of metal, and it's unchanging, and he's trying to do something with it.
At which point I pocket the book to give to Levy, and Valk basically turns to the party and goes, well, we got a crazy mage, wizard hubris going on here.
Lish just scoffs.
What kind? Something that would lead to that? And he sort of like gestures, like with his thumb, like back into the previous room, in the direction of the fallen automaton.
Judging from what I can glean from the book, that automaton was this wizard's path to immortality.
Of course. I'm gonna check.
Does anybody check this side room?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna have Hawk check the side room.
Right. This is not a side room at all, but it seems to be a balcony.
Oh.
The plants in the planter boxes are very dead.
Really, this wizard is long gone. If everything around this house is dead or dying.
Or perhaps he hasn't left his laboratory in a while.
I think it's time we break into that warehouse then. We're not going to get consent from him if he's in there.
I hope for his and everybody else's sake he didn't find what he was looking for.
Should we take the brain? I don't think anybody should be too close to it, probably.
I'm not sure what to make of it.
Anybody got a big...
I vote.
Friendly, actually. And Samir is actually, she's going to go over and just like more cautiously approach the brain.
Okay.
Like approach the cage a little.
Lisha's gonna go pull a sheet off of the bed.
All right. It's a bed.
You got a sheet?
There is a cloud of dust that kind of plumes when you pull the sheet off.
We should cover it up.
I'm going to get down on its, like, kind of kneel down a little, so as if I could stare into its eyes that it doesn't have.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm going to try thinking at it. Just kind of like how I've talked to people in the sky, or just kind of like, hello, are you friendly? Do you have a name?
You see in an image in first person of someone talking to it. This seems to be a woman with brown hair and blue eyes, talking face to face with a sort of grayish background. And you get the impression that maybe it had a name, but I can't remember it.
Is it, hold on a second. My computer's not happy, apparently. Can I think about the lady that it's thinking about doing magic? Like, is this the wizard?
You get an image of the woman again, and there's a softness and warmth and affection.
It's just a lost pet.
Brain dog that misses his girl.
Can I think at it? Are you friendly? Do you want to come with us?
You get the image of the woman again, and there's the deep affection there, and then a couple flashing images of some gruffer mining types, and you get the sensation of arguments, but then it's back to the woman again, and there's romantic affection there.
Oh.
And then there's the form of the cage again.
What happened to her? Does it know?
You see the image as once again in first person, and you see the image of yourself holding hands with this woman, and she's pregnant.
Oh.
And you're worried about something, and you're promising to come back with more money.
Oh. Oh no. Where did the woman live?
You see a picture of a mine.
In Legacy Quarry. Demir is going to turn to Lish. We should bring it with us. It had a family. We can't just leave it here.
Who said anything about leaving it? So cover it up with a blanket so it can't touch you with its flesh.
I don't think it's going to hurt me.
Even the most good-natured things can hurt without intention.
Certainly. But I don't think it wants to hurt us.
Wants and does don't exactly always line up. Do we want to bring it with us to the warehouse, or should we leave it here first and come back for it? I don't think it would do well, perhaps, if we have to fight some more.
That's a good point.
It might be best to leave it here for now, so that way we don't risk it getting hurt.
That's a good point. I'm going to look back at it and think that we'll be back for you. We'll bring you home, I promise.
It starts clawing at the door of the cage again.
We'll be back. And then I will turn to Lish and the group and just, well, warehouse.
Hawk points in the direction of warehouse and goes, warehouse. Yes, let's head to the warehouse.
You know, just for Demir's like conscious sake, she's going to take one of the pixies out of Lish's hair and be like, if we don't come back, let it out of the cage, please.
Which pixie do you take?
Probably the flower one.
Vettel?
Vettel, yeah. Demir will take Vettel out and just, if something bad happens in the warehouse and we don't come back to free this little guy, do it for us.
Vettel, I think, kind of makes a little face. Kind of like looks at the brain and sticks a little tongue out, like, ugh. But like nods and kind of takes a step onto the little table next to the cage.
Okay.
Demir will give Vettel a little kiss on their cheek or their head, probably.
All right.
Well, I guess we're heading out.
Okay. You don't do anything further with the body of this guy?
What can we do?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Die, probably.
It was kind of my plan to take it with, just in case.
I would leave it here in
but-
case there are more clockwork things, so that if we try to reason with them, they don't immediately see a corpse of one of their brethren and try to kill us.
But yes, leave it here until after whatever happens in the warehouse happens in the warehouse, and then we'll come back and help the volunteer.
All right.
Question is the volunteer the brain dog or the robot? We'll never know.
All right, so you head back over to the factory. It's evening now, and the rain has really picked up a lot.
Right.
Also, Lish, make sure you have the spell slots marked down for your owls.
Yeah. How? It was only how many hours was it?
Like 10.
So question,
I
how
don't think we could have done 10 hours, but we'd have had to take breaks.
question about the doors. Are they locked with a built-in lock or with a padlock?
Padlock.
All right. I'm going to attempt to use Tinker's tools to cut the lock.
All right. Roll a dexterity check.
Avery, did you make me a rigged die?
Did you get another nat 20?
I got another nat 20.
Nice.
That's 23 total.
I have never been able to purposely rig a die, so
I'm just joking. You know this probably, but it is unreal that I've had 3 crits today. Like just after swapping to this.
It knows it's your story arc.
I guess it does. It knows that I have to step up.
All right. Well, I'll move you closer to the door.
Yeah.
There.
So probably like grabs a bolt cutter or of some kind, or like some kind of I don't know, like a rudimentary torch out of his bag and severs the lock and just pulls it off.
All right. Do you open the door?
After putting the tools back up and hefting the backpack back on my back, yeah.
All right. So you open the door. This room is interestingly shaped, so just give me a second.
Oh, sure.
And you see the tile floor and desk that Biog saw.
This is the room. Go ahead, sorry.
Does anyone step in?
Oh.
All right. You step in, and then the torches on the wall automatically light.
Like snaps his head to look, and he's like, some kind of, I guess there's some kind of magic or sensor system or something. Something has sensed us stepping in, that's for sure. I wonder if that's the same for the robot. Not robots, he doesn't know what that is. I wonder if that's the same for the other metal folk. Mama's right next to him too, so
Yeah, I was kind of wanting to take a listen at this doorway over here. This is a doorway, pretty sure.
All right.
it is.
looks like a doorway, yeah.
It is a doorway. You can see 3 doors in here. There's the one that Mama's standing next to right here. There's one behind the desk over here, and then there's one over here.
Sick. I'm gonna perception check. Yeah.
Yeah, roll perception check.
Oh, that's so much better. 21.
Hey yo.
21. You don't hear anything inside.
Okay. Fucking go to the next one.
Okay. You roll another perception check.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Even better. 23.
You can hear things behind this door. You hear what sounds like the clanging of metal. You can hear some whirring sounds. You can hear the click of pickaxes. You can hear steam and water.
She'll step away from that door just so like there's less chance of her being heard through it. And she's gonna say, one behind the desk. Sounds like. Would she know what our factory's a thing? Would she know what the fuck that is?
I mean, if Avery described like pickaxe clanking, then she'd probably recognize that considering she lives.
It probably just sounds like a busy mind to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a busy mind in there. And then she'll listen at this third door.
Roll perception check.
Fucking Christ. All right. 10.
You don't hear anything.
Still.
As curious as I am about the door behind the desk, I should probably leave that to wait. I'm gonna open this door as quietly and as like sneakily as I can to take a peek inside.
Roll a stealth check.
Have that come. Let's see. Stealth is a roll that I don't use often enough, honestly. Because he's like, stealth is literally his highest modifier. I don't know why. 18.
18, you're able to open the door very quietly. Let me do this. You can see a desk with some sort of ledger on it, a bookshelf, and another sort of metal creature. This one seems to be of different make than the first one, and it's sort of leaning against the wall, and it seems to be inert.
Hawk will quietly close the door again. Dead end. There's another metal creature different from the first on the other side. Doesn't seem to be awake right now.
Noted. I guess I'll do a stealth check for this door and kind of try and peek in.
The one that's not behind the desk.
Yeah, this
All right,
one.
roll stealth.
Okay. That's okay. Nat 20 for a total of 23.
All right. You are feeling pretty confident in your ability to be quiet. Same sort of setup. The metal creature is inert and quiet. There's a desk and a bookshelf, some sort of record keeping operation happening.
Gently close the door again and kind of make a gesture like same shit in here.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hop the desk and read the book on it.
Okay. This is
a flippy do thing.
Sorry.
Like, how do you get to the other side of the desk? Because
Parkour.
This
Okay.
part lifts up.
Parkour, though.
As anyone who's worked in a restaurant would know, there's a section that lifts up that you can just duck under. Hawk chooses to parkour over and knocks like some of this stuff over, but it's fine.
And then Valk flips up the desk thing and walks through.
He's in a very direct mindset right now, okay?
Hawk, what you see here is a ledger.
What's inside the ledger?
Flipping through the numbers, this one here seems to be focused on the ordering of something called Watchmen.
Interesting.
Lish is gonna look through some of these bookshelves.
Okay. Looking at the bookshelves, these are pretty typical things that you would find in a waiting room.
Oh, really? No wizard books?
Nope, not here.
Boring.
Do I try our luck with desks in the other rooms?
Go for it.
Where's the Fantasy Cosmo magazine?
It's still snowing for me, you guys. Anyway,
Fantasy
mean,
time, but it's just time
these
parentheses.
are like books. Some of them are some of them are like stories of like short stories of what would be for you all realistic fiction. There's one that seems to be like a magazine that has like a gossip column. Standard waiting room stuff.
Well, we could try the offices.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or-
Yeah. The alternative is to barge into this room that Mama said was very noisy.
Do you want to try talking to any of the metal creatures?
Probably. I'll try if one of these wakes up. He'll go over to this one because he is curious about the ledger.
Okay. As you step into the room, I assume. Once again, the torch flares to life, and as does the metal man. And he just stands up, and his head turns towards you, but he doesn't do anything.
Hawk will look it eye to eye and take off his mask.
No reaction.
Can you speak? I suppose not. He'll point at the ledger and go, "Is it all right if I take a look?"
I do not know what I want. It has that same sort of speaking through a music box voice as the other one. Same tone, same inflection.
Hawk will start reaching for the ledger and look for a reaction from the supposed watchman.
It points its halberd at you.
He retreats his hand. Got it. Can you tell me what's going on here?
I guard.
Why do you guard?
No response.
Do you have a name?
I have no need of a name.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Hawk will step back out of the room. He's notably forgotten to put the mask back on. It seems they seem slightly cognizant, at least. They're not much for conversation. They don't seem to have much purpose or anything. But if I take that ledger, it's going to attack me.
Is it a lack of meat or too much meat?
No meat that I can
Steps
see.
forward to
don't
guard
want
the door.
No meat that I can see, and I'm not necessarily keen on peeling it apart or anything to find out.
Could this be the watchman that was being mentioned in the ledger on the front desk?
Perhaps. It is definitely keeping watch over something.
Is it actively stopping Hawk from leaving the room?
Oh, Hawk already left the
Hawk
room.
has left the room. It is now just blocking the doorway with its body.
Perhaps this is the magic that was being mentioned in the journal. His magic that he could use to extend his life, the watchman, hence the weird fleshy robot in the house.
Maybe. Could be a man who watches or a man who is a watch.
Falk double checks the ledger and sees if if the warehouse is buying the watchman, or if the warehouse is selling the watchman.
The warehouse is selling the watchman.
Ah.
Flipping through the ledger more, you can also see that they are selling soldiers.
Oh, I wave Hawk over when I see that and point at it.
Hawk walks over and takes a look, and he's silent for a bit. This is appalling.
Let's hope they mean automatons like the Watchmen as opposed to beings such as yourself.
I'm not sure how thin that or thick that line could be.
A soul.
Is there any way of telling that these do not have one as well? They could be barely communicative or something like that. Early stages of cognizance. I don't want to destroy everything that this Price person has built for fear that it might be more of myself. That would still break the oath that I made to Jane long ago, but he needs to be stopped. I know that for certain now. Whoever
You said
this
it
past
responded
his
to you?
place- Hmm?
Oh, sorry. You said the Watchman responded to you?
It did. It said not with much dialogue or words of any kind, but I should probably move him over here.
Well, did you ask if it's alive?
I don't think even I could answer that question. Scott, that word has many meanings, you know. I asked if it had a name, it said it had no need of one. So I'm sure it's aware of itself, at the very least.
It has motion, but does it have the spark of life?
Do I?
Yes. At which point, since you're by me, just kind of smack upside the back of the head.
Fine.
The fact that you can ask that question indicates you do.
Well, who knows? Perhaps it's pre-programmed. A bit of existential cog work.
Do
You
have any
said Hawk never put his mask back on.
Yeah,
right?
no, he's been like face bare the entire time.
Just so this guy didn't make you, did he?
Absolutely not.
The creature,
You get a
from
shrug,
where
just-
it's still standing in the doorway, speaks up at this point, and it's the way it speaks. It sounds like it's the same inflection, the same tone, like a recording, just saying the same thing again. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And it's just
That is creepy.
it's just observing you all.
Can we destroy
But
these
no.
or
Does anyone have any idea? You're far better appraisers of what is and isn't alive than I am. Do you have any way you could probably tell if this watchman perhaps is close to me?
I would say it's not, judging from what we've seen so far. The fact that it sounds like it is speaking a pre-recorded message. They don't seem like they hold the same level of intelligence as you, Hawk. They seem like it's literally like telling a doll to sit somewhere, like positioning them at a place and having it stay there to do a thing.
are these not the military automatons you were afraid of becoming?
They are, yes.
So
They had
Yeah.
time, and so did I.
What?
So did my town's crazy wizard guy, hermit, traveler, steal whoever built you, steal his ideas? Or are they perhaps prototypes and simply along the same vein?
I'm not sure.
Who knows? They might have inspired each other with some time BS.
My
Does
father.
Volk say that out loud?
Kind of mutters it.
Can I roll perception to see if I catch that? Actually, my passive perception.
I mean, you're in the same room, so you could probably hear her.
And what does that mean?
There's been some disturbances across the prime material plane, and I think I count as one of them. I technically shouldn't exist. I technically shouldn't even exist until 2 years in the future.
Yeah,
Okay.
time's been fucky
So
for
you had
us.
to find out this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think these? And she's gonna point to the sentry bot pretty much and just be like, do you think that this is displaced technological development?
I'm not sure. It's not altogether infeasible that someone could make something like this. After all, I am only -2 years old, not -20.
Huh.
Eye wide open.
As for pre-recorded messages, I don't think that would be the best indicator. It could be cognizant, but only have a limited vocabulary set. I'm sorry if I'm sounding unreasonable, but I want to be absolutely sure so that if I end up if we end up being wrong about these just being simple automatons, I don't have to live with that.
I mean,
Then I guess our first step of action would be to determine how sentient they are.
That's what I was...
Is it capable of writing? If it lacks the means to speak, it could potentially write what it wishes to write, or what it wishes to say.
That depends on if it could... Well, I guess if it was keeping ledgers, it wouldn't know how to write.
Well, it depends on if they were
If
the ones
it was
keeping
the
ledgers or if it was someone else. First of all, let's find a piece of paper and hold it up to it, see what happens.
Are there any blank
Actually-
sheets of the ledger?
Yeah, you flip to the back, you can probably tear out a page pretty easily.
Yep, he'll do that. There's probably a quill or something nearby to write with.
All right.
He'll take those over to the supposed watchman and say, what should we have? What should we have it right?
Is it alive?
We don't
do you
want it
think?
to write. We don't want it to write what we tell it to write. We will
of
ask it a
course not.
question and it will respond.
Okay. You heard that, didn't you? Here. They're going to ask you a question or two.
It does not take the paper or quill from you. It's still holding onto its halberd.
We aren't going to attack you. You mean no harm. Could you write something for us? Answers to our questions, please.
It's bright and blue and shimmering.
Are there any inactive robots around?
There should be one in the other room.
Can we crack it open?
Well, it might wake up the moment we step in, just like this one did, but
Oh, it's not deactivated on a table or anything like that.
it's
it
like
is
it's like
standing
sleep
alert?
mode, kind of like, yeah.
Okay. I think potentially what we should do is... Okay, so there's no room there, no room there. Is there any doors that could lead further in? Because I'm curious to see if there are a yet to be activated robot or something.
There's this door here behind which Mama heard some factory-like sounds.
I want to see how these things are assembled. If they use flesh and metal, or if they're only metal. It might give us a better idea of what we're dealing with, because some of the phrases that it's been saying are rather odd.
To say the least, yeah.
I have a question of it. Valk slides over the desk and maneuvers around people, just like, "Hey, buddy, what's the date?"
Tried to connect in thinking I am.
Connect.
Don't think there's anything in these things.
What are you trying to
Yes.
connect to?
Why don't you come away?
I think perhaps you're right. Tobias, you wanted to see what was inside these things?
Roll to intimidate.
Oh, he's
Yes.
at.
either see how they're constructed, or however else we can try and see what's inside them.
Right. Hawk
What
is going to
you could have
cast Hawk is going to cast Shocking Grasp on the construct.
Oh, okay.
Murder time.
He is angry.
So roll to hit.
All right. That is a +6. Oh, there we go. That's a natural 1. I guess my luck ran out.
All right. So that's a miss, but it's at that point that it takes an attack at you with its halberd. That's a natural 19 plus stuff.
Yeah, that hits.
So you take, Jesus, I'm apparently gonna just throw my dice across the room.
Mood.
Hang on. So you take 6 slashing damage, and I'd like you guys to roll for initiative.
6 damage.
Woo!
Yo, guys, I'm at 69 hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
Since we're at 11:55.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
just
we should
have you
probably
guys.
continue combat next session.
I'll have you roll for initiative, and then we can go from there.
Man, this is going places.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Um,
I guess this dice is all highs or all lows, because that's a dirty 20. Should just plug it in.
hold on.
Here. Yeah, someone noted that
Ben's friend.
we're able to edit initiatives, so that's helpful.
All right. Demir. I cannot hear you. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, you're not muted, but we can't hear you.
Try
Sorry
muting and
about
unmuting.
that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
my fault.
sorry, that was my own fault. I got a 13.
All
There we
right.
go.
All right. And so I guess we will pick up next time with initiative.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thank
Go
you,
find
guys.
some robots.
I got to punch stuff. That's so fun.
The rush of playing a marshal, right?
Ugh.
Adrenaline.
Smokes are
Robot
great.
time.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, thanks for
All right.
DMing. This is going in a very interesting
Thank you.
direction.
This is
Okay.
fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, this has been creepy.
Thank
I love
you.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, chunks of this are inspired by a Skyrim mod that I really like.
Ooh.
But
Ooh.
but yeah.
This
And
is-
thank you for playing.
This is almost some
Thank
Ghost in the
you.
Shell shit. I'm riveted.
And we'll see
Oh,
you
I need-
next time.
Bye
Yep.
bye.
All right.
See you guys around.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you.